Hi everyone, I'm Kamla, Assistant Professor from CSC Department. Today I'm explaining about abstract class in Java. So this abstract class is declared with a keyword is called an abstract, and this class contains an abstract methods as well as non-abstract methods. So there are two ways to achieve this abstraction in Java called as abstract class and interface. And coming to this abstract class consists of both an abstract methods as well as non-abstract methods. But coming to interface, which purely contains these abstract methods only. So what is an abstract method? Abstract method is a method which doesn't contains any body. So that the body of the method can be implemented in different implementation classes in difference. So that is the advantage of an abstract methods. So we'll discuss an abstract class with one example, Java program. Abstract class shape begin abstract void draw. So here I have a method is called draw method. This method doesn't contains any body. Class rectangle which extends a shape class void draw. So in this rectangle class also I have a method is called draw method system dot out dot println. So using this draw method means here I have an abstract method. This abstract method I am implementing in rectangle class. So here I am implementing like drawing a rectangle, and similarly same abstract method in circle class I am implementing to implement or to draw a circle. Okay, so class circle extends this shape class. Here I have a draw method. So using this draw method, I'm drawing circle. Now I'm writing my main program. Class test abstraction 1, a public static void main string args, shape s is equal to new circle. So here I created a reference to circle class. Okay, so this is an object of circle s dot draw. So here I'm trying to drawing the circle class object or the circle class body. So because of that here I written s dot draw. So s dot draw means which is going to drawing the circle class method. Now observe the output of this method. Here I'll get the output of drawing a circle. Okay, so this is the output of circle class. Okay, the next concept is final keyword. So final keyword is a keyword and is used to implement a constant value, and is used to implement a constant value. Suppose if I have a constant is called pi is equal 3.142. So wherever I have this pi here, if I define using a keyword is called final, then this value represents constant. Similarly, here I have if a class is declared as a final which cannot be inherited. Suppose I have here class is class A. So this class A I declared or I defined by a final keyword. So if I define the class with a final keyword, then here I cannot extend this A class. Okay, so suppose here I have class B, here I'm trying to extending A. So then which is going to providing error because my A class is of a final type. So if it is a final, we cannot inherit the class. So that is the second advantage of this final keyword. The first is which is used to define the constant value, and second is which we cannot be uh, inherited. Right? The third advantage of this final keyword is we cannot override the method. Suppose here I have a class is called as class A, and here in this class A I have a method is called display method. This display method is of final type. And here I have one more class B, which extends A class. So this B is derived from A class, and B class is also contains a method is called as a display method. So here in B class I have a display method, and in A class also I have a display method. So and this concept is called as a method override. But a method in a class, here I defined of final type. So if the method is of final type, so we cannot override the class. So this is the third advantage of final keyword. And the next concept is super. So what is a super? Super is a keyword in Java and is a reference variable which is used to refer immediate parent class object. So super is a keyword and which is used to refer the immediate parent class object. So what are the uses we have using this super keyword? So before going to this super keyword, generally we create an object to subclass. Using the subclass object only, we are trying to accessing the parent or immediate parent class members. Okay, so to access the parent class members, here we are going to depending on a super variable. So using the super variable, we can access the immediate parent class instance variable and also immediate parent class method and also immediate parent class constructor. So these are the three uses of super keyword. Remember carefully. Super is a keyword which is used to access the members of immediate parent class. Okay, so the immediate parent class members we can access like the immediate parent class instance variable, parent class method, parent class constructor. Now we'll discuss all these three with one example Java program. Okay, so here I'm implementing this Java program to access the parent class. Here I have a class animal string color is equal to white. Here I have some color is equal to white and this color is of my animal class. Here I have one more class dog which extends animal. So this dog is the derived class of animal class. In this dog also I have a color which contains black. Void print color system dot out dot println color system dot out dot println super dot color. Here I'm writing class test super one public static void main string args dog d is equal to new dog d dot print color. So here I created an object to derived class. Using derived class object only I'm accessing a method of derived d dot print color directly which is coming to print color, then which is going to printing system dot out dot println color. So which is going to printing color of dog. So the color of dog is black. And after this message, here I have system dot out dot println of super dot color. Here the super dot color means suppose to access the instance members of animal class. Then I have a keyword is called super. Okay, so using this super dot color here, I'm trying to display the color of animal class. So like that, we can access the immediate parent class instance variable by using a keyword is called super keyword. And next we'll go for one more advantage of this super keyword. Super can be used to invoke parent class method. So how which is going to accessing the parent class method we'll discuss. Here I have class animal. In this animal class, I have a method is called void eat. Okay, so in this eat method, I'm trying to display system dot out dot println eating. So here in this animal class, I have a method is called eat. Here I'm trying to display message is called eating. Then class dog, which extends animal. So this dog is the derived class of animal class, which means what? Which inheriting all the properties of animal class. So in this animal class, I have eat. So dog class is also inheriting same property from animal class, and also its original properties called as bark and work. Okay, so here I'm trying to display void bark system dot out dot println barking. Then here I have one more method is called void work super dot eat bark. So these are the some methods or statement I represented inside my subclass. Then here I'm trying to writing my main class test super 2 public static void main syntax dog d is equal to new dog. So here I created an object to derived class. So generally we can create an object to derived class and we can access the members of base class as well as members of sorry, we can access the members of derived class, and also we can access the members of base class by using a super keyword. Okay, uh, so like that, I created an object to base derived class called as D. So this D is an object of derived class D dot work. So directly, I'm calling an object of derived class. A method is called work. So I'm calling this work method by using an object of derived class. So d dot work directly, which is jumping to uh, work method. Here I have a work method directly which is coming to this work, and which execute this work method during the execution of work method, which is calling super dot eat. So which is calling eat method. Here I'm using the keyword is called super, so that which is directly jumping to animal class. Suppose if I not represented this super keyword which is executing the dog class eat method, if I represented super, then which is jumping to super class eat method. Okay, then coming to this superclass eat method, then displaying the statement is eating. So it is displaying the statement is called eating. Once the task is over, again coming down to the next line. Here in the next line, I have a bark. So directly which is jumping to bark method, then which is going to displaying system dot out dot println barking. So like that, which is going to displaying the output of superclass as well as subclass by using a keyword is called super. We can access the method of a superclass, and by using an instance or the object of derived class, we can access all the members or methods of derived class. Okay, then we'll move to the one more example using this super keyword. Okay, here the super is used to invoke parent class constructor. Okay, how it will be going to invoking, we'll discuss with one a Java example program. Class animal begin animal. Here animal is a constructor of this animal class. Here I'm constructing system dot out dot println animal is created. So in this animal class constructor, I'm trying to constructing animal is created. Then here I have the next class is called class dog, which extends animals. Means what? This dog class contains its own properties and also animal class properties. Then in this dog I have a method constructor is called dog, begin. Then here I have a super, means which is calling the constructor of superclass. Then here I have system.out.println dog is created. Then close this dog method. Then close this class method. Here I'm writing the main class test super 3 begin public static void main string args dog d is equal to new dog. So I created an object to dog class d, and using this here I'm directly calling the constructor, because once an object is created, the default constructor is called automatically. So to which class you have created an object? Here we created an object to dog class. So this dog class constructor is called automatically directly, which is coming to here, and during the execution of this dog class constructor, which is calling the super class constructor by using a super. So directly which is jumping to here, then which is displaying a statement is called animal is created. Then after that, immediately which is coming to the next year, then which is going to displaying system dot out dot println dog is created. So like that, using superclass, we can access the variables of parent class, and we can also access the methods of parent class, and we can also access the constructor of immediate parent class. So this is the implementation of an abstract class, final keyword, and super keyword. Thank you.